Lila was an ordinary girl, working an ordinary job at a small marketing firm. She enjoyed her routine, her modest office space, and the simple joy of her daily tasks. Little did she know, 3 of her coworkers, Mark, Sarah, and Ben, harbored a sinister plot to end her life. It all began subtly. A misplaced file here, an overheard conversation there. Lila felt the tension in the air, but dismissed it as the usual office drama. However, Mark, Sarah, and Ben were not just colleagues. They were conspirators bound by a dark pact to rid themselves of Lila for reasons rooted in jealousy and paranoia. They believed she knew too much about their illicit activities, embezzlement, fraud, and deceit. Mark, the mastermind, planned meticulously. Sarah, the manipulative voice, ensured Lila felt increasingly isolated. Ben, the muscle, was ready to carry out the final act. The plan was simple yet cruel. They would corner Lila in the office after hours, make it look like an accident, and dispose of her body discreetly. One stormy evening, the office was eerily empty. Lila, buried in her work, didn't notice the clock ticking past closing time. The trio made their move. Mark cut the power, plunging the office into darkness. Lila, startled, grabbed her phone for light but found no signal. "Who's there?" she called out, her voice trembling. Silence answered. Mark, Sarah, and Ben closed in, their faces masked by shadows. Lila's heart pounded as she backed away, her mind racing. She knew she was in danger but didn't know why or from whom. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the office. "Lila, it's us. Come out, we need to talk." Recognizing Sarah's voice, Lila hesitated. She stepped forward cautiously, but her instincts screamed to run. She turned to flee, but Ben was already there, blocking her path. Mark appeared, wielding a metal pipe. "Why are you doing this?" Lila cried. "You know too much," Mark sneered. "We can't let you ruin everything." Panic surged through Lila. She spotted a small vent near the floor and dove for it, narrowly avoiding Ben's grasp. Crawling through the narrow passage, she heard their frustrated shouts. She had to think fast. Emerging in the maintenance room, Lila found a tool belt. Armed with a wrench, she decided to fight back. She navigated the dark corridors, her ears tuned to every sound. She overheard their arguments, the blame shifting, the tension rising. In a moment of inspiration, Lila realized she could turn them against each other. She began whispering through the vents, mimicking their voices, planting seeds of doubt. "Mark wants the money for himself. Sarah's planning to betray you. Ben's out of control." The trio, already on edge, started to unravel. Paranoia took hold. In the dim light, shadows played tricks on their minds. Sarah struck first, attacking Mark in a fit of rage. Ben, confused and frightened, lashed out in self-defense. The office became a battleground of betrayal and violence. Lila watched in horror and relief as her tormentors destroyed each other. Mark was the first to fall, his head struck by the very pipe he wielded. Sarah, screaming, tried to flee but was caught by Ben, who strangled her in a blind fury. Realizing what he'd done, Ben turned the pipe on himself, ending his own life in despair. The office fell silent, save for Lila's ragged breathing. She emerged from her hiding place, covered in dust and sweat, but alive. She called the police, her voice shaking as she explained the carnage. Days later, the gruesome events were uploaded to the dark web, a chilling reminder of the depths of human depravity. The footage, captured by hidden cameras the conspirators had set up to document their crime, showed not only their plan but their gruesome end. Lila returned to her life, forever changed but resolute. The darkness in her office was gone, replaced by a haunting memory. She vowed to live on, stronger and wiser, in a world where trust could be shattered but never completely destroyed.